Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. So in this video we are going to do the Extreme Super Battle Road stage versus Extreme Int. So we're going to create a super physical team and we're going to see how that goes. So as per the rules, you guys know we can't use any summonable LRs. We're going to use a summonable LR as a friend lead, however. We're going to use this SS2 Vegeta, and then our team is going to be the physical Vegeta, the transforming Vegeta. We're going to have this Krillin, we're going to have the SS2 support Goku, we're going to have Tien, and then we're going to have the Piccolo to round off things. So the main perks here being that we're going to try and use Krillin's SA to stun people. We're going to link up the SS2 Goku with the SS2 Angel Vegeta so that we can get his active skill, and then we're going to use a combination of Tien and Krillin to control the opposition, and we're going to use Piccolo on rotation to get sometimes his ability to foresee super attacks. Unfortunately, Piccolo is not going to be able to transform, which would make him a lot more useful, but for now this will be perfectly fine. We're just going to have to see how it goes. My only concern here is that Goku is 1 out of 15 SA and has no orbs in him. So yeah, definitely could be an interesting one there. But he should be alright linked up with Vegeta. That's just through the pure power of Vegeta, who's sitting at 120k, which is really solid. Obviously, because the Vegeta is 150% pure Saiyan lead and they're 100% all super class lead, that's going to help out the team, especially Vegeta. And then the SS2 Vegeta is a worthy rival's 150% lead, along with being a 100% physical type lead. So what that means is basically for the most of the team, Tien, Piccolo, Vegeta, they're going to be running at somewhat of a mix of 100 and 150%. And for some of the units, they're going to be sitting at just 100%, like the Great Saiyaman. But Great Saiyaman will be fine. Their LR stats along with their passive will really help us out. Plus they can seal up any of our opposition. So yeah, really decent lineup here. We're having a little bit of a spot of bother against the Android duo here, but we should be alright. Remember that Extreme Esbr, at least the monotype stages, are 4 battles, not 3 like most category Esbr. So we do need to be a little bit careful with our items and time our Dokkan attack, hopefully, to be pretty spot on. But yeah, we'll be fine. We're going to try and get these stun with Krillin and then get these stun with Tien so that we can see how things go. Krillin is incredibly solid. Obviously, Krillin's stun is great on his SA, but also his passive is pretty decent, giving him the ability to gain additional ki and defense as the enemies drop. And then Tien is also really good. He lowers attack and defense in his SA and stuns in his SA, along with supporting Majin Buu type units as well. Unfortunately, we don't have any floating Majin Buu type units, and Tien himself will be sitting in main rotation just because he links up pretty well with Krillin. So we're going to try and have Tien sit in main rotation. But if we could find a better linking partner for Krillin, I would probably shift Tien to the support slot. But we're going to get Vegeta's active skill, so we're just going to let it play. Really awesome. The music is great, the speech is epic, and it's also ridiculously powerful. It's going to push him all the way up to like 180k defense, and he's going to be doing some really crazy numbers in terms of attack stats. So this can only be activated when he has a Majin Buu Goku on the team, so obviously that's the reason why we brought this SS2 Goku. Not to mention the SS2 Goku does buff this Vegeta as well. So this is essentially going to be our power play. We're going to have Vegeta rock up with this massive 5, 6, 7 million attack stats depending on how many orbs we get. And he's going to basically just nuke, eliminate, destroy someone out of the entire match. Hopefully he gets additionals, which will really help us basically eliminate 2 people. But yeah, really pretty much our like number 1 play. So yeah, should be perfectly fine. And then Krillin we hope will kind of seal in here. Yeah, the Great Sandman 1 and 2 will float. They will sit there as a defensive unit and will seal. And then we have the Vegeta, who will float as well. Transforming, he will have some decent stats and do some decent damage, but he doesn't provide any utility, and we're kind of focusing on just having enough utility to control the fights out here and do the best we can. So, yeah, obviously one thing that we can note with the card is it has a unit super attack, obviously. The unit super attack makes him greatly raise his attack, which isn't a bad thing. It is better than his normal 18 key, which is just raising attack. So yeah, just keeping that in mind, I guess that's just something you're gonna want to know. And otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much our strategy. We're gonna be heavily reliant on Krillin to get his stun out. That's gonna help us mitigate a lot of damage. And because we don't have any AoE and we're reliant on 1 or 2 heavy hitters, we're really going to need Krillin to get those stuns out and be super reliable in terms of performance. But this Vegeta will nuke someone. The transforming Vegeta will also do some decent damage. So we got options. But yeah, if I were to replace any units on this team, it's a pretty well constructed team. I would definitely use my own Angel to Vegeta for sure. That definitely would be one thing I would put in. Also, you could probably use, upgrading the SS2 Goku that I have, because I haven't stuck any orbs or anything in him. So yeah, that's definitely one thing you could do. You could also use the LR Trunks. I think the LR Trunks will be suitable for this. And then the blue Vegeta, the blue EZA Vegeta would also be very, very good. There's quite a few options if you think about it. There'll be some solid options. The support Trunks also could be a decent floater, considering you're likely to use this Vegeta. But definitely the EZA Vegeta Blue is a super solid option to use for the stage. In terms of leaders, you got a lot of decent pseudo leads, but the 120% physical super lead is not too great currently. He does have the EZA coming, the SS3 Gotenks. At this current point in time, he's just a little bit lacking, which is okay. Not every unit's going to be OP, but yeah, he definitely needs his EZA before he's viable as a lead here. Otherwise, he'll probably just take a little bit too much damage. Krillin is great. Piccolo is a great pseudo lead. There's enough worthy rival category units that you can run Piccolo as a lead, and running 2 Piccolos is a really solid idea. The active skill. So cool. So cool. Every single time it plays, it's so cool. Oh my gosh. Wow. Sorry, yeah, it's just the music is really awesome. That active skill is really, really top notch. So yeah, there's quite a few options you could obviously roll into this team. In terms of free to play options, there's not too many others. Maybe the Angel Goku you could take. If you don't have this Goku, you could maybe take that Angel Goku. Gotenks, once he gets his EZA, will be very solid. But in terms of leads, you could run a full worthy rival team under Piccolo. You can run the Pure Saiyans 100% Superclass lead in Vegeta. You could run, obviously, the Trunks LR as lead. You could run this Vegeta as lead. There's enough decent options to run as lead. So yeah, you've got the Blue Boys as well, who are a great LR. You've got the Gogeta LR as well, the Goku and Vegeta Angel LR as well, that physical one. So you do have quite a few solid options to float into this team and run into this team. But I think this team, even though it's got a couple free-to-play units, I don't think the free-to-play units actually are in any way detrimental to the run. I think Krillin is more than fine, and I think the Great Sandman are more than fine. I think maybe if they had a little bit more defense or got an easy air, that would be great. But Krillin is really awesome. The Great Sandman LR is super helpful. Really impressed with this team. I think they did really well. I think they held down the ship really well together. I think Piccolo's occasional super attack seeing ability really helped us. That ability to just know, okay, here I need to stick my strongest unit, especially with the Goku SS2 not having any orbs or investment in him. I mean, that's another thing. You know, when this Goku SS2 gets some orbs, gets his SA raised to 15, he undergoes a lot of changes, becomes very useful. So we were essentially running a singular gimped unit in this stage, but that's also good. It's good to just show how sometimes, we don't always have cars, we don't always have this, and it's okay to try these events with, units that aren't fully complete. It'll be a struggle, but it will help you. You may be able to do it, you never know. So we've got double defensive items, that's kind of why we're taking like no damage. The reason being is, this Goku, we're low on health, and this Goku was essentially just going to get us killed. Piccolo coming in, super solid. Unfortunately, Piccolo's attack stats not the best without his good linking buddy Nail, or without transforming. But defensively, he's as great as always in his base form. Stacking defense, and he foresees super attacks, which is OP pretty much. So really solid endeavor there. And then the reason we are switching TN to the front is because TN, we want to get the Dokkan. He hits a higher attack stat than the Krillin. He hits about 2 mil. So we want him to take the Dokkan attack here. Otherwise, everything went relatively smoothly. Not too many problems. We're still on the second to last fight, but things are going quite well. We've got enough items left. We're getting our Dokkan attack at a suitable time, doing some decent damage to all 3 of these units. Definitely more than acceptable. Krillin hopefully finishes them off, and then these guys can get the seal, and then we're essentially only dealing with 1 unit next turn, where we should get the active skill, which means we will be dealing with 1 enemy very shortly after the beginning of next turn. So overall, decent team lineup, decent build. If I could slot in 1 unit, like I said, I would probably slot in another Martian SS2 Angel, probably over my own. Ooh. My God, what a speech. So, what was I saying? I would probably replace the transforming Vegeta, or like I said, I would shift TN onto rotation, maybe move off Piccolo, and then I would probably drop the transforming Vegeta, or maybe just drop the Krillin, and then link up the other Vegeta with the transforming Vegeta, just not have him activate his active skill as much, or his ultimate attack, but he would still be a super solid option anyway, even without that, just in terms of his general performance. If not, I could always drop the transforming Vegeta as well, and then look to bring in, like I said, that free-to-play Angel Goku. They wouldn't link the best, but they would activate the active skill and the unit super attack. So definitely some options to play around with this team. You're gonna just have to experiment and see what best you can do with your units that you have on hand. But this is some decent ideas, obviously, without using some of the allow options. The only thing with physical is obviously their 120% leads not up to scratch just yet. But beyond that, we should be perfectly fine. So we're fighting Team Bojack. This is going to be a little bit difficult. The main reason being that there are 5 of them because they hate us. So yeah, we're going to have to pop a little bit of items here just so we can stay alive and keep Goku alive, because Goku is going to take quite a few attacks and we want the active skills. So Goku kind of has to sit and take a couple attacks, which is going to be a bit of a problem. Just a wee tad of a problem. Yeah, we're still going to get the Ultra Super attack with Vegeta. Or the unit super attack, I should say, with Vegeta. And then we're still going to be able to seal up someone with the Great Saiyaman. So we're still well in control here. I think just a bit unfortunate that obviously because I don't have anything invested in the Goku, things get a little bit dicier for us. But I don't foresee there being too much of a problem. We almost take out Goku with 1 hit. And then hopefully we can finish him off. But we'll see. But we're going to have the Great Saiyaman seal someone up anyway. Seal up Bojack. So we are going to have a little bit more control over proceedings here. So yeah, we should be more than fine. Really, to take on whatever the stage has to throw at us. So yeah, overall, really impressed with this team. And yeah, happy with the build, happy with everything that's going on here. I think the crucial units are Krillin. I think using the friend Margin Vegeta, the friend SS2 Vegeta is also a crucial step. I think that's necessary. I think you need it to win. But yeah, otherwise, looks good. So yeah, I think we're going to rely a little bit on Krillin getting his stun here. I think if Krillin can stun 2 of the enemies, we should be okay. At least control the fight up for the next turn. But I'm pretty sure Krillin gets the stun on 2. That's 1 there, and then no. So I got the 1, but he finished 1 person. So I think overall, that's not a bad situation to be in. Tien taking the super attack is okay. We've got double damage reduction items currently overlapping with the Whis last turn and the Icarus this turn. And we can see these super attacks because of Piccolo. So right now we're sitting in a solid situation. So yeah, everything's looking okay. Just trying to decide who we're going to put on rotation here. I think we're going to leave the Goku on. So let's just see and watch the active skill for the last time, hopefully. It's just so good. It's so good. I just have to watch it every single time. And the music change, I wish the battle music would stay like this for the entire battle. Just this upbeat, like, hopeful, very solid tune. I think this is just so awesome. So yeah, we'll eliminate, disintegrate Bojack here. Ending him with the SS3 Kamehameha that, lifts the dust off the planet. And then we got an additional, which is great timing, actually, because we really needed it in this fight to finish Zangya off. So now all of a sudden we're in a lot stronger position because we finished Zangya off and we managed to kill Bojack. We've only got these 2 guys left. We do have 2 stuns coming up next turn. We are receiving their attacks, but we should be, as long as they don't super, we should be fine. But things could be a tiny bit dicey. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, things could be a tiny bit dicey. We're gonna need, hopefully a stun here. Otherwise, we're gonna be on the absolute edge of our health threshold. And we get double stuns. So Krillin coming in super clutch. Super clutch Krill coming in with the double stun there at the end. We didn't get too much luck with his stuns, but that all made up for it at the end there. We'll get the seal for double measure, but they're stunned, so yeah, I can't see them making a comeback here. I cannot see them beating us, so we'll just finish them off with the unit super attack, and then hopefully we'll have Vegeta finish them off, the transforming one, and then we are done with the physical extreme Esbr. So yeah, number one tips for this, really just bring Margin Vegeta. That's number one solution. You could bring Gogeta as well, super solid for the heal. But yeah, I think that is going to be it from me. And otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and good luck, and I will see you in the next video. But until then, cheers and bye.